Welcome back to my channel. My name is Kiki, and in today's video, I'll be sharing with you how I made my Pennywise costume.
Yoshiki Fujimo Dolby Shoujo's version from it. This video will focus on the pattern making of the top part, and my assistant will demonstrate the sewing part. Before the video starts, if you're watching it for the first time, this is a channel dedicated to introducing knowledge, stories, and step-to-step making of costumes and fashion wear. We upload videos of costume or dress making every week. Almost every video will be attached with the free pattern file, which means you may DIY too.
Before we dive in, I highly recommend you watch our number 2, The Art of Garment Making video discussing some helpful tips to remember when doing pattern making.
Technical flat drawing is an essential guideline for making patterns. For this costume, the top is a short top that ends at the waistline, with a waistband with gathered ruffles, a low neckline and puffy short sleeves with the band, and gathers towards the cuffs. The top is separated into different decoration lines, fastens at the back, and there's 3 puffy wool yarn balls in the front. Begin, we will prepare the pattern block and continue with the following steps. Step 1. Take your pattern basic block and trace a copy onto pattern paper. Step 2. For the bodice, only the part above the waistline is needed. Decide the width of your waistband and mark it on the pattern. I use 4.5 cm on mine. Step 3. Decide the neckline for the front and the back bodice and divide the bodice to create decoration lines. Mark the fastener placement. Step 4. Make copies of the needed area for each paw. Add seam allowances between 1 to 1.5 cm. Name the pattern piece and mark the size and number of cuts. Blue color pattern pieces represent the lining. Step 5. Recalculate the waistband length without the dot space and make a long rectangle. Curve the waistband panel from the side front towards the center front to fit your body. Add seam allowances between 1 to 1.5 cm and name the pattern. Mark the sizes, join points, and the number of cuts. Step 6. Draw the ruffles part according to your waistband length and add seam allowances. Name the pattern, mark the sizes and join points, and the number of cuts. Step 7. Decide the sleeve length and make a copy for the lining. Add seam allowances, name the pattern, mark the sizes and join points and the number of cuts. 8. Make another copy of the sleeve and divide evenly, adding spaces between each piece. Mark the length for making gathers and where the cuff band should be attached. Add seam allowances, name the pattern, mark the sizes, and join points and the number of cuts. With your pattern pieces complete, let's move on to part 2, which is all about preparing before sewing and selecting the perfect color of fabric for your costume.
When choosing materials, it is important to consider the style, finishing, and overall look of your costume. When choosing the right colors that match your skin tone, I need a cool tone for this costume because of the full white foundation makeup. I use 70% transparency fabrics of white and Nadeshiko pink chiffon and rock pink satin lining layered to create two-tone colors. I add a velvet maroon colors top stitch threads to create the decoration line and cotton foams to make the top look smooth and puffy. We will explain this part during the sewing steps in part 3. In part 3 of the tutorial, we will walk you through the sewing process and show you how all the pieces come together. However, before we begin sewing, we suggest watching our number 1, The Art of Garment Making video, where we discuss some useful sewing tips.
Always pre-wash your fabrics before sewing. Make sure to iron the fabrics, removing any wrinkles or creases. Use essential tools such as a rotary cutter and cutting mat for precise cutting. Ensure your scissors are sharp to prevent frayed edges. Mark your fabric accurately using a fabric marker or chalk. Match the pattern and direction of your fabric pieces. Consider staying stitching to prevent stretching or fraying. By following these tips, you can prepare your fabric pieces properly and increase the chances of a successful sewing project. As previously stated in part 2, I created a two-tone fabrication by layering white and pink chiffon with the satin lining. If you plan to do the same, it is important to layer the fabrics piece by piece and ensure that they are securely patched together. Join the bodice to the center front panel along the seam. Stitch up the darts of the lining panel together. To make the panels of the bodice puffy, I cut out the bodice part using foam fabric and added another layer. These types of foam fabrics can typically be found at material shops and are commonly used for making blankets or quilts. To create the puffy bodice, place the foam piece on top of the lining piece, and then layer the outer piece on top of the foam fabric. This will create a sandwich with the lining underneath the foam. Use pins to secure all the marked lines before beginning to shape the bodice using top stitching threads. Interfacing should be sewn onto the waistband before attach it. The top bodice and waistband should be sewn together. Prior to attaching the sleeves, make sure to reinforce the armhole. The panel of ruffles features a gradient color effect, achieved through fabric dyeing technique. Fold the panel in half and add interfacing if necessary. Create gathers on the side that will be attached to the waistband. Create gathers at the designed line. As chiffon is a fabric rayon of its soft, flowy, and drapery qualities, ensure the gathers is delicate. Use interfacing to give structure to the puff sleeve. Sandwich the outer fabric with the lining. Next, create gathers along the cuff line. Seam the gather edge to the lining's cuff line. Remember to create gathers at the top of the sleeves as well. Before seaming the side seam, attach the red strip band to the sleeves. Seam the side seams as there are multiple layers of fabric. It is recommended to use binding as a finishing technique. Finally, attach the sleeves to the body to complete the top. Incorporate fasteners at the center back, using hooks and bars for my attire. Next, we will proceed with adding embellishments to achieve the desired overall appearance. Form braids using cords with length twice that of the waistband plus an additional 5 to 8 cm. Subsequently, we will affix it to the new bodice waistband, made of white PVC, which gives it a glossy appearance. Employ fasteners to secure the new waistband, and proceed to fashion a sizable bow that can also be fastened onto the waistband. The bow should exhibit an ombre effect, and we will utilize the same fabric dyeing method employed for the ruffles. Once the waistband is complete, your top is nearly finished. I purchased a small number of red wool yarn solely to create 3 petty wool bows. To craft wool bows, wrap the yarn evenly and tightly around your fingers. Trim the loops at the top and bottom to form a pom-pom. Knot around the middle and shape it into a bow by trimming it. You can repeat these steps using various colors to make a collection of wool bows that can be utilized for any array of craft projects. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more contents like this. Stay tuned for updates on our online shop, where digital pattern files with different sizes will be available soon. We will see you in the next video, and remember to follow me on other social media. Thank you. We will see you soon. Bye bye.